So for the rest of today's webinar, having given you that kind of demo introduction, we're going to focus on how do you manage projects with this free template? How do you manage them? So not so much a capability technical demo, but a project management one focused on the capabilities in the template. So we'll start and very briefly show you how you can download and install it, then how you initiate the project, how you plan a project, how you track a project, and how you replan. So the life cycle of a typical project. So to actually physically get the template, go to brightwork.com, get free templates, brings you to a simple form, and then eventually to a download page. And you download a zip file, and if there are just two items, the actual template itself, and a hyperlink, a shortcut link to this page where it gives you the install guidelines. So very straightforward. So having downloaded, and then it, if I just show you my screen here, it just downloads a zip file and you can unzip it, and then it gives you these two items here that I've just mentioned. Okay, so assuming it's downloaded, what you now want to do is install the template. Very simple instructions here, well laid out, I think. So you go to the SharePoint site collection where you want to start managing these projects. You click Settings, Site Settings, and there's an image of what you're looking at. You click Solutions, you click Upload Solution, you click Add Solution when you've browsed and picked out that template, that solution file, and Activate Solution, all quite laid out. Now, what has that done? What that's actually done is it's loaded a template into the gallery in SharePoint. So you can then, in an unrestricted way, create as many projects as you want from that one template. Next thing you want to do, remember, number one was download the template. Number two of 5 steps in our demo is initiate a new project. So to initiate a new project, you create a project site. So you go to the place in SharePoint where you want to do that, and you go Settings, Site Contents, New Subsite, give it a title, click the Custom tab, and you see SharePoint Project Management Template. Select your navigation options, press Create, and hey presto, you've got a new site that you can now use to manage a project, and you're ready to go. And as I say, you can do that as many times as you wish, no restrictions with the free template. So now we're talking about how do we plan a project. Well, remembering that a lot of the folks who might use this may not be formally trained in project management, but very smart, capable people. Maybe their job is something else: architect, marketeer, finance person, salesperson, administrator, but they still have to manage or participate in projects. So in terms of planning the project, why not follow these 3 links? Set up the project, so we do that. And that brings us to the project statement, or maybe you might want to call it like a project charter. And obviously I've pre-filled in some of this. So we've company, office move project. We need some more space for the expansion, who the organization is, the project manager, type of project, all configurable, of course, by you, status, where is the project, date due, and project assumptions. Now with SharePoint, you can add or subtract fields to this, of course. We'll just make a very simple change there and we'll press save. So we've now added our project statement, our project charter. Second thing we might want to do is add some tasks. So we click on the add tasks icon. We look here and we've got, I've obviously already added a bunch of tasks, not to delay you. So initiate the project office move, plan and set up the project, work on the project, confirm moving dates, get at least 3 quotes, select the moving company, discuss floor plan, do cleaning, parking, and so on, right? And then I go into edit mode, and I'm in edit mode in this very simple grid. Well, let's do some planning here. Let's say that these tasks work on the office project move. Let's say the first one is going to start on, let's say it's Tuesday, April 3rd, right? 6 days from now, and I'm going to drag that down and say for all of those tasks. And let's say they finish on April 12th, all of those tasks. And I can say, yeah, I think that one will finish on April 12th. This one here, we're going to assign this to James Corbin, and we're going to assign this one to Anne Wallace. And in fact, we think we'll drag that one down for Anne as well. So you get the idea that you can plan quite easily your tasks in terms of the tasks, the timing, the status, not started, deferred. So let's say, for example, this one here is deferred for the moment. And then we press stop editing. Now it will of course save all the way through, but I stop editing at this stage. And I go back to my home page and I do the third item, which is add documents or deliverables in terms of my planning of my project. So I see I've already added one document in. So I go new document, I go browse, I do office move preferences and do OK. So I've now added more deliverables, more documents for us to work on this project. So lots of other things I can do to plan the project, but there are three simple ones well outlined on the tiles that come by way of guidance. And again, when your people have used these training wheels, you can get rid of them and make the home screen easier. And then for those who still want them, they can be available under guidance on an as-needed basis. So at this stage, we've downloaded a template, we've initiated a project, we've planned a project. Now it's time to work on the project, So let's see, what does the template, this free template, give us? So I could click My Work. So what My Work will do is it will show me all the tasks that I have. So I just have 3. And I see they're not started, and any of the issues. So this is the total collection of my work for this one project. I could then work those tasks, of course. I could click into the documents area, and I could collaboratively work on some of these deliverables. I could check them in, check them out, add more, and work with my team on the deliverables in one place, one version of the truth for this particular project. I could open the project issue list and see there are multiple issues, and then work on the issue that's assigned to me. And open that issue, go into edit mode, think about it, work it through, make some updates, so on. As a new person on the project, to the group, to the company, or a person who's maybe new to project management, I could go to the project wiki. And I could start working through this very simple and pragmatic approach to collaborative project management, or anything else you add into the template for your project teams. In the cycle of project management, I've set up my project, planned my project, people have been working on it, and now I want to track what's happening. I want to track what's happening with my project. So what does the free template give to track what's happening on the project? Well, if we look at the home page to begin with, we now have 6 tasks that are late. I can see the finish date of the project is April 12th, and the last time it was changed. I can see that this is a very colorful project. They're not all green, so it's not all good. I can see the visual summary, open issues, overdue items, and of course you can configure this dashboard as well. That's a pretty good start. I can click here on the home page to project schedule, and I can actually see the schedule of the project at a glance. I can click here to project status, and I can see a very good status report. Now all of this information is automatically being fed from the site, from the first entry. I can also do configuration, so I can, for example, say something like, I want to change the site now that I'm up and running. Maybe a very simple change might be, I want to share this site with more people so I can get more people involved and collaborating and working on the project. So in summary, when I'm tracking the project as a manager, I click on the home page, follow this breadcrumb trail all along, and I get a very good sense of what's happening. But I can also click under execute and control work. And I can look at the work on the project, because it's more than me working on the project. So I can see, for example, the overdue project tasks. And there are 6, as we can see here. Who has them? When are they due? I can click work due soon, like what's upcoming. I can keep clicking along here to open work, closed work, and very importantly, to work that's not assigned. As a project manager, if it's not assigned, I need to kind of think that through. So I've got a very good work dashboard. Now, having done that tracking, of course I can talk to people as well, but having done the tracking, I have a good sense of what I need to do. So now I want to replan. So for example, I can click these 3 items as done. I can go into edit mode. This task was deferred. I can just move it to in progress. This one was in progress. I can move it to deferred. So I can change very easily here, as you can imagine, the task names, details, dates, statuses, and assignments in one quick and easy go. So let's assume I've done all of that, and I've, based on what I've tracked, I then do the replanning in this one place. Now, what I now want to do is I now want to add a status report. And as our BrightWork customer says, status reports should be able to add in less than 3 minutes or people won't do it. So I think, I think overall we're green on this project. Well, actually, no, overall we're yellow. Time is also yellow, but cost is green. So yellow, yellow, green. I'm going to skip scope indicator. Week ending, so this is for the week ending the 30th of March. What phase are we in? We're in work the project phase. What's the current finish date? The time indicator is yellow. The folks wanted it by the end of May. I think we're now looking like the end of June. That's going to raise some flags. And we're about 50, well, we're more like 30% there. Project status comments, what do I think? I'm not going to spend too long typing. I'll say nervous. And obviously you'd put in some more color commentary. Major accomplishments. Now, obviously I would do more. I'm going to say lots. Major activities planned. Well, I can confidently say see task list or see the work list. And I now do stop editing. And I can actually see all the status reports here coming up on screen. So I can see the different ones that I had over time. So I can track the history of those. But if I go to my home page, I now see that I have 3 late tasks rather than 6. I see my overall indicator of the project. My traffic light has changed automatically, of course. And I've got my tasks by status updated and so on.